YTBC, what's the deal? So your boy Teddy Atlas is at it again. I heard, his comments he made about Triple G, and he wanted to see Triple G against better opposition at middleweight. Now, where this opposition is supposed to come from, I'm not sure. When Triple G has tried to fight guys like Peter Quillen, Danny Jacobs, they've said the fight doesn't make sense. The money isn't right. The usual excuses from fighters. As far as fighting at middleweight, now I'm not going to talk about the Andre Ward situation. I'm just talking about just at middleweight. You can call LMAO, I've heard some fans call him Bum Mew, and he's a bum and he's a C+ fighter. Gennady Golovkin has made it clear that he's trying to clean up the middleweight division. LMAO was step number one, or he was one of these steps. He has an IBF strap, whether you like it or not, whether you think he's a bum, that's another issue. But he did have one of the straps. In order to be undisputed, you have to win the IBF, the WBA, WBO, WBC. Now, he has the WBA and he has the IBF, and he is an interim WBC champion, the silver champion, which pretty much means he's going to get winner of Cotto Canelo. Now, the winner of that may opt not to fight Triple G. They may vacate it. They may give it to Taronio Johnson, or they may give it to forgot the kid's name, Heelan. Maybe Heelan and Johnson can fight, and the winner's the new WBC champion. Maybe they might give it to Golovkin. Who knows? But I disagree with Teddy Atlas, and it's funny. I disagree with him with saying that he's trying to take away from Golovkin trying to be undisputed. And it's funny listening to Teddy Atlas, and I did this video because it's funny because when he was working with Povetkin in 2010, and Povetkin's people wanted him to fight Klitschko, Teddy Atlas was the one that said, oh, he's not ready yet. Now, this is 5 years ago. Povetkin was 31 years old. They said Teddy Atlas was the one that said, oh, he's not ready yet. He shouldn't fight Vladimir Klitschko. He should turn down that $2 million payday. And they listened to him. Now, a year later, he did. We know Klitschko, or not Klitschko, but we know Povetkin got to fight Ruslan Chagayev, and he won a WBA strap. But it was funny. Now, when a fighter's working with Teddy Atlas has an undefeated fighter, and people are wanting him to fight Vladimir. His people want him to fight Vladimir and get the $2 million payday. It was Teddy Atlas the one that's saying, hey, you shouldn't take that fight. You're not ready yet. In your 30s, but you're not ready for a world title shot. It's kind of funny when it's Teddy Atlas, it's okay, but now it's Triple G, and now I'm not sitting here trying to say that he's the best middleweight of all time, but just for right now, I think he's the best in the division, and I think him trying to clean it up is a step in a positive direction. That's all I'm saying. But it's funny listening to Teddy Atlas sometimes, because when it's him and his fighters, it's okay. But when it's somebody else, he goes on a tear on air and he has so much to say, and, he wants to tell it like it is. But it's funny when you were handling Povetkin, and that's why they split with Teddy Atlas. That was one of the reasons why they split with Teddy Atlas. I'm not going to say that was the only reason. And I'm sure they probably had a mutual feeling when they split. But it's funny listening to Teddy Atlas sometime, although he has forgotten more than what most of us would know. But it's just funny listening to him. YTBC, I'm out.